You don't see it in the back. You can see that.
Yeah, move this down there for me, please. No, no, this.
Oh.
I can't. Okay, I think y'all see Big Mama. I don't know how much of Big Mama y'all see, but y'all see enough of me to where you see me, okay? Cause is you see me or is you ain't? Okay, let's get this show started. Let's get this. Let's get this party started. Let's get this party started swiftly, right? Okay, wait. I'm trying to do something over here on this phone. It ain't quite working. Let me get into the show though. Okay, focus, 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 focus. Do not disturb. Close my door all the way, Aj. Alrighty. This is my good song. Alrighty. See, while I'm waiting on people to get here, while I'm waiting. Okay. We've become a culture obsessed with boundaries. Everybody's cutting people off. Everybody's protecting their peace. Everybody's talking about toxic people. But tonight, I want to ask a harder question. What boundaries do you have with yourself? Because truthfully, sometimes the greatest betrayal in our lives didn't come from another person. It came from us ignoring ourselves, ignoring our intuition, ignoring our standards, our exhaustion, our purpose, ignoring the voice inside us saying, "This is no longer healthy for me." We talk a lot about who hurt us, but not enough about the ways we continue hurting ourselves. Self love isn't just spa days, affirmations, and candles. Sometimes self love is discipline. Sometimes it's restraint. Sometimes it's saying, "No, I will not abandon myself again." A real boundary isn't just, "You can't do this to me." A real boundary is also, "I won't do this to myself anymore." Thank you for joining my podcast, My Life After. I am your host, the Crazy Melanin Princess, aka Big Mama, and welcome. Today's show is titled Boundaries Beyond Other People, i.e., self. Okay? Boundaries with yourself. And I guess I can always give an inception story. As I have been in this new healing, and people always talk about their healing, I'm on a grief journey, grieving a relationship. And in that, I hate when this thing does this. Dang, I left my other shaker. Now I can't open this one. I ain't gonna never have no drink. Dang. Grief in relationships. Grief in a relationship, excuse me. And really doing some deep healing as far as tapping into my ticks, like what makes me tick, what drives me, what's my purpose. Many people say they get lost in a relationship. That's never really been. I got lost in motherhood before, but not. I don't believe I've ever been lost in a relationship where I lost myself. I think that is one very common thing with me in relationships. I'm always going to be me. I always remain me. I stay me. I'm going to stay doing exactly what I was doing when we got together. So if you ever think that you're going to change me, that will be the hardest fight that you'll ever have, because I'm not going to change. I'm going to be exactly who I was raised to be. And I'm proud of who I am and what I stand for. And because those things are virtuous, no, I will not change. I will not shrink to make someone else feel big. And those are boundaries that have just been a part of who I am because of my mom and dad raised me to be that way. So this came about, I think, when I was sitting there one day and I heard someone say, or maybe I read it online on while scrolling, someone talk about their boundary in such a way where it was all the things that they won't tolerate, they won't allow. The minute they come up, it's like, I already know that this is not for me. And just their way in which they disregarded anybody who would dare cross a boundary of theirs. And something just clicked and said, I wonder if she feels that way about herself, though. And then I started thinking about every time you break up with somebody, every time you have whatever kind of something, you create new boundaries because most people do. That relationship taught you where you fell short and saying, hey, if I made a greater stance here and didn't allow this person to treat me in that manner or never have tolerated said behavior, it wouldn't have snowballed into this big thing that got so big to where it caused the dissension in the relationship and ultimately the deterioration, the end of that relationship. And so I just start to puzzle piece myself in thinking about all the things that I've said just over the course of my life of, oh, I won't, like, if a person can't do that for me, then, like, I don't need that person in my life. And I'm like, sometimes you don't do that for you. Ouch. It's a real ouch. And then, do you understand? I had like a list of 100 things that I got boundaries for other people, not the ones I set for myself. Because I blow over all them boundaries that I got for other people. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Think about some of your boundaries. I'm just going to implore you to think about some of your boundaries right now. Think about some of them that you got because you usually have them. And think about how many of them you hold up to you for yourself. I'm going to tell you, if you want to be honest with yourself, I think, gosh dang it. If you want to be truthful and honest with yourself, you will find that it's an ouch moment. It's an eye-opening moment. See, I left my other shaker, and now I'm going to have problems because I don't ID. I'm drinking green tea martini tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and I just had my candy is tangerine. It's a sativa. Whoa. Candy. And that's that. See, because when I don't put it in the right shaker, it didn't even come out right. Oh my gosh. And I got a mess over here. I need to clean up on aisle 1. Oh my goodness. Help me. Help me, Big Mama. Well, that's our show. So, welcome. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all already know who it is on the line, and I'm messing up. I'm sorry. It's because I can't see. Okay. Okay, here we go. Yo, Big Mama getting it together now, okay? So, if you guys could do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button. What else y'all could do? Hit the notification button to make sure that you get Mama's alerts when she go live, so y'all know that she going live. But make sure that your notifications for YouTube are on your phone, or else you'll never get the notification that I'm going live because you got your notifications off where it matters the most. Okay. Send it to a friend. Tell them to join, to do something. Tell them get over here with Big Mama. Okay. I thank y'all, appreciate y'all for showing up, because of course you could be anywhere else in the world, but you're right here with me. You're right here with your big mama. And so that's why I love you. I love you. Sorry, I'm over here alcohol wiping because I'm sticky because I done wasted this dang drink and I'm mad about it. Trying to open it on this stupid what's name? Sorry, I'm alcohol wiping my life away because help ain't coming. Okay, help ain't on the way. Help is gone. The thrill is gone away. Okay, time capsule, May 12th, 2026. Whew, 45 years ago today, we lost pioneer, trailblazing, Mr. Bob Marley. So we gonna have this be Bob Marley Remembrance Day in our time capsule for May 12th, 2026. 45 years after the death of that beautiful, woke man. I implore you to come with me and take a deep breath because we need one. Because Big Mama need a woosah right now. She is over here messing up. She is not on her A game. So we're going to take a deep breath together on a count of three. Uno, dos, tres. Exhale, exhale. Whew. Okay, I need to restart. Because, ooh, baby. So our focus tonight is self-respect through self-discipline. Our theme, I will stop abandoning myself. One of our affirmations, my boundaries are acts of self respect. That's word. My boundaries are acts of self respect. Black Business Spotlight tonight. Sip to This Cafe. They approached me when I was in the nail shop, and they have a mobile juice van, like a mobile juice van. That's kind of cool. I didn't get one to try it because I just had some juice and I was at the nail shop and I didn't want my insides to start coming outside by having more juice, and I didn't want to waste the juice because juice ain't the kind of thing you just let it sit and you can't do that. So I needed it right then. So I'm going to call them up and see where I can find them and taste the juice. Maybe I'll do a short video and upload it for you guys to see their whole thing. But they're here in Los Angeles and they're really nice. And I definitely want to. So if you guys have any small parties, they do catering, juice catering, things like that. So their number is 323-768-4830. Sit to This Cafe. They are mobile only right now, but they will come to you and all that other good stuff. So yeah, check them out. If you need that number again, it is 323-768-4830. As always, if you guys know somebody who needs some free, 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 or your message said free, you want some free advertisement? Hello. If you want some free, some FREE advertisement, come holler at your girl, Big Mama, okay? Oh shit, this political climate. This ain't what I want. I don't even want to talk about this. But anyhow, Spencer Pratt is running for LA mayor. He is apparently part of some former reality show. I get The Hills. The Hills. He's running as a Republican. And to hear these campaign ads, many of them I am viewing on YouTube between watching videos. And when I tell you the way that they are lighting him up in some of his talking points, what are we doing? Los Angeles, California. California as a state. What are we doing? What are we doing? If you want some free, look, some FREE advertisement. Look, I'm over here on Instagram too. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm messed up. What are we doing? What are we doing? I don't even want to go there. I don't even want to go there. Why everything gotta be so racist? Why everything gotta be about race? I don't want everything to be about race, but god dang it, if this shit ain't adding up to race, it's just like it's just too much race going on right now. Tennessee legislature. So Justin Pearson, congressman, black man, only one fighting. I mean, he seems to be the only one in the state of Tennessee that give a fuck about everybody in Tennessee. It is sad to see this man battle for people to understand basic human rights. It really is. It's kind of crazy that this is where the political landscape has gone. Okay, because that's tying into something else. So he defended us against the racism and the Bible toting dummies that believes that because the Bible said that we should have slaves, but you should treat them kindly, that makes sense in today's time. But then wanted to reference the timing of what was written. What was written was thousands of years ago, if you're going to go by the Bible and what was written then. And talking about law. So if we've come so far to get through all of these laws, how the hell we wind up right back with us needing to be a slave again? If that was written back then, and you saying we ain't supposed to, their own logic don't make sense no more. Like I just didn't make no sense because it don't make no sense. That's kind of how the sense is being made right now. But it's problematic because it's policy behind the lack of sense. And that's where everything has become catastrophic. I wore my t-shirt. I ain't gonna go. I'm done. Okay, I'm gonna add this because it has to do with animals. Trump talking about he want to get rid of all the bison. I don't know what those beautiful beasts have done to him. I really don't. I can't call it. I don't know what those animals could have done to him, to where he just wants to excommunicado all of them, all the bison. They were endangered, and then they began to populate again, and by being protected, because everything got a purpose. You can't live in just a world of white men. Everybody got a purpose, and black people's purpose ain't to be your slaves and puppets while you live your life. That's not the purpose. I digress. I'll move on. The kids are all right. Chopper came and played spades with his Uncle Sean. Mother's Day will get into my life. Aja is here today helping out. Sterling is here. He is in the living room. He was just standing here staring at me. Do you guys know how happy I am about that? Like, do you understand how excited I am? I'm going to go to the zoo. Ooh, maybe we can go to what's the name tonight? Maybe to Griffith Park, to the observatory. Ooh. But then next weekend is Chopper's birthday, so we'll see. Yeah, that's the kids. They all here. I'm just in here. Sterling's in here. Michael is back in Santa Barbara at school, but he'll be back, I'm sure, this weekend or something. Let me tell y'all this funny. Every week I'm gonna try to find y'all. I ain't gonna try to find y'all funny. As silly as I am, I always got it funny. So why I can't find it funny is share it funny. But this was funny because I just saw Robbie from the show. We ain't got no common sense as black people, right? I say motherfuckers out here still ugly from when we was little. Why is that so funny? I'm spitting. How? You know, I think why that is so funny to me. Talking about motherfuckers out here still ugly from when we was little. Because as you've grown up, so many ugly people got pretty or much better looking than the youthful look that it's like how you still though help your big mama. She ain't got no kind of sense. Like I done seen some transformations. I'm like, wow, that is spectacular. I love it. And then that's what makes it so funny. My life, health updates. I ain't got no health updates. Other than my gown, back gown is gone. Done. Done da da. Done da 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 da. Done. Don't work no more. All this therapy, ugh, it's gonna take more than therapy. It's gonna take more than prayer. It's gonna take some things because it hurt, big mama. It hurts. It hurt y'all, big mama, so bad. Whew. 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 Shit. I just keep getting lemon all over myself. I squeeze the lemon, I drop. It's a drink. It's just a mess. It's just a mess. Friday, pickups. Picked up Sterling. Picked up Chopper on Friday from the train Union Station. I picked up Sterling from LAX. Oh my gosh, that was the worst. Well, it wasn't my actual worst because I've had some real worse at LAX, but it was bad. Oh my gosh, when are they gonna fix it all? We don't need the Olympics until 20. Oh damn, 2032. Oh, that sounds weird. 2030. Oh my gosh, that sounds so crazy. Where we at? 2026. Oh shit, we 2030. Woo, 2030. Now that sounds crazy. We ain't gonna be ready by 2028. That's all I got to say. Saturday was Mother's Day. It was Mother's Day fun day. We had fun. When I tell you I had so much fun, I had fun. I was just filled with my loved ones. My best friend Sean came over, and my good girlfriend Kira, because we share a best friend in Sean. So we've all grown up together as pretty much a trio. But Sean is our connective best friend. Um, and my girl Kay, who ain't on here because she ain't said, I'm here. Kiona, she came over. We had a spades argument. We had the best barbecue on earth. We had all the kids. We had my best friend Sean made me a brownie. Ooh, it's so good. Ooh, I got so much brownie in there, so that's what I'm gonna eat when I'm done because this edible is clearly gonna make me want one. We had what we had. I ain't gonna tell you. We got praise for that. You name it. We had all of that shit, and it was good. Yeah. Ooh. Dang, that food was good. Okay, so I don't even be liking barbecue. That's what I want to say. Everybody was talking about it's like dudes online saying we should get the mothers what they get us talking about we got a barbecue and we be the one barbecuing for Father's Day. And I was like, that's exactly what I said I wanted. Oh my gosh, it's better than any restaurant I've ever gone to. So hey, the food was great. The food was great. And the company was better. So there you have that. My life summed up right there. We can end the show. Shit, let me cut the show. No, I'm saying. Sunday, we went over to Nana's house to go give her flowers and love on Nana and spend some time with Nana. And that was the picture that you guys saw. It's interesting that I have now had Nana in my life longer than I've had my mother in my life. My mother died when I was 23. I've had Nana in my life for 24 years. Ain't that crazy? So it's like now, I know Nana longer than I know my own mama. That's my new mama. Not new mama, like she replacing my mama. That's the bonus. That's what make a bonus parent is like, wow, what a bonus, especially when they are as equivalently yoked in providing you all the exact same things as that from which you lost. Um, so yeah, we took the picture. Nana was just in hog heaven. I see all three of them because she ain't seen Sterling. Like I ain't seen Sterling since last year. So that's the highlight for us all. Daily Digest. Child, did y'all hear about? Okay, there's a city called Brawley in Southern California, very Southern California. It's about, you've heard of San Diego, about 100 miles east of San Diego. And sorry, I don't know what this. Oh, okay. Oh, that's my hair. Oh, shoot, because I just cut my hair. I'm like, what the hell? Sorry, there's little hair bits all over because I just cut. A city in Imperial County. They've had hundreds of earthquakes in less than 24 hours. Look it up. It is insane. Like, you know, Big Mom love her some science. Love me some science. Because what the fuck? What in the fuck? Okay? Hundreds of earthquakes. Now, I ain't scared of earthquakes. I'm not. I'm just not. You grew up in Southern California, you just shake, right on, roll. Although my sister's grown up here too, and she's scared as shit. So it just is what it is. Because I know I can't control it. So it's like it just gonna do what it's gonna do. You lean into it. Lean into it. But hundreds in less than 24 hours. In one day, you had 100 and some odd. That's like every few minutes. You just Child. Okay, so last night me and my sister and my niece and my sister and our daughters, y'all, internet niece Aja, and then my Fats, my niece. We went to Cosm. It is a sports. Well, I can't even say it's a 3-story IMAX theater with wall to wall, different bars on every layer, a symposium of TVs and screens. So people pay to go in and watch the games and watch this. They got something called the Dome where it looks like you're seated at the actual game that is being presented. Anyhow, we went there last night to watch these Lakers. Ultimately, I said all of that just to say, them motherfuckers, I told y'all that they was going. What I say last week? What I say? I said what I said. Ain't nobody gonna believe me. Now, some things I know for sure, and some things I be knowing for shit. But I knew for sure that this shit was about to happen. When we gonna get that man off our team? Because until we do that, till you do right by me, everything you do is gonna crumble. Until we get this man off our team who was never designed to be a Laker, until LeBron goes, we're not gonna do anything. I said that when he first came, and ain't shit been done. I don't know who called him a king. He ain't the king of Los Angeles. You is now Kobe. Go home, Roger. I need a better segue because my stories just be all kinds of ways and places. You see the dude who committed suicide on Denver's airport by hopping the fence and then running his ass out onto the runway when a Frontier airline aircraft was coming down the runway. A man, this is what I tell you, 4 of every 5 suicides, men. And the majority of those are white men. It's indicative of something. All right. Big Mama's Daily Digest. I ain't got too much Daily Digest in time because I spent too much time philandering on with the front part of the show that I really don't. Kevin Hart special. Cheryl Underwood was a true goat of that night. She upstaged Kevin. Goat, best comedian in the house. I have whys. Why was The Rock so drunk that he was just like, it was unbecoming of him? Why Tiana Taylor? Why Draymond Green? Even more so, why you gonna tell this white man that he got a pass to say the N-word? Because this shit wasn't peppered with racism. It was, this is racism. Peppered is like you sprinkle around. This shit is, oops, the top fell off and all the pepper fell in the goddamn dish. And you gonna give a nigga, you on that stage. Y'all that hungry for a motherfucking check, literally, that you gonna give a motherfucker a pass on saying the N-word on one of the most racist ass fucking stages that we've ever seen. And I don't give a fuck that it's a roast. A roast is designed to be insult comedy. Insult comedy. Key word there was comedy. Your shit wasn't funny. There's a way to say something. Many comics do it. They do it all day, up and down the block, all the time. Say some shit that is very insulting to a group that rings enough truth to it that the shit is very fucking funny. At least the comedy part landed and it was funny. This shit was just racist as fuck. And to be black on that stage, laughing at it, because as you notice, Regina Hall did not. So you cannot say that, oh, you're supposed, no, you don't. And you don't have to, because there's a line. Why was Tiffany Haddish there? Was she just there as a show of support, kind of sort of like the Paper Cup Boys? Why Lizzo? Why Venus? Why Serena? I do understand Kat. Another star of the night. But to have Shane Gillis be the host, Jeff Ross, we love Jeff Ross. He is definitely, and that is how you roast someone. That's why he's the roast master. And he did his job as he was supposed to. He was a comedian. You don't have to be racist to be insulting. It is so many things up there that you can insult people about. I'm gonna leave that there because I have so much to say that I can make the whole fucking show about Kevin Hart's shit. Maybe that's what I'll do. I will start a whole nother show where I upload my weekly instead of doing it here. That give y'all a whole nother show to watch of me breaking down some pieces that I watched and took my time, 2 hours and 51 minutes, I believe it was, because I want to get about somebody. I can't fast forward, you know? So I gotta watch it all in its totality to watch that. And then what's his name? Hinchcliffe. What's that fool name? You know, Joe Rogan's boy. Whatever. I mean, look at who you got being there. That's an insult in and of itself. That's how much they think of you, Kevin Hart. Keep cooning for us, little boy. Keep cooning for us. And since you niggas is all up here cooning for a check, coon for your checks, motherfucker. And say what we gonna put in here. You must say this. It's equivalent to The Rock asking him to sit on his lap. Just like Cat Williams got his ass in there with integrity and said, I'm not sitting on this motherfucking stage and I'm gonna get the motherfucking fuck out. And as I said, you want to emasculate these men. You're gonna tell him to go out. Fuck. Wear a dress. The fuck? I digress. I don't understand why white people feel as if the only way to roast someone black is to be racist. That means you don't got no jokes. And I love that Regina Hall was the fuck off limits because you gonna always exalt that queen. If you wanna, I read this, and I got that other saying for you guys. Remember I was talking about something last week about it being in your system, like the things that are happening around you in your world ultimately affects your health, right? And I told you that I believe it was in my physical therapist's office, and it was. And I'll tell you exactly what it says. It's understanding in our organs the echoes of our emotions. And I'll read just a few little couple seconds of, because it's a book. And I'm like, where did I see that? So ultimately, well, I'll read this. The body retains the memory of trauma, whether it be physical or emotional. In intense stress situations, the brain passes the excess stress onto the organs, whose fibrous matter immediately records the emotion. This sets off a psychosomatic reaction. The human body is the seat of a permanent emotion, organ, behavior, organ cycle. So each organ is connected to specific emotions. When we feel an emotion, it is not our foot or our chin reaching, but our organs. So ultimately, all the things that are filtered to us and all the things that we go through, bad relationships, sorry, I gotta adjust my titties. Same way men adjust their bullshit. Let me fix these girls. The same way ultimately the shit we going through, everything that we going through, that's why it causes some type of direct correlation to your physical health when you're dealing with all of these existential circumstances in life, relationships, jobs, children, career, like all of those things have a something on us. You're going to work and you're getting bullied by somebody, or you're going to work and your boss is treating you some kind of way. All of that is happening in your body and causing organs to do and secrete chemical whatevers based off of what the brain is telling it to do, because that's what the hell we are is processing. Your CPU is processing and tell these shits to do what the fuck is going on, and that's what the hell's going on in us. So we got to make sure that we fixing our peace. Peace. We need peace. That's why we truly the fuck need peace. Cause then you live long, we got peace. Cause ain't shit bothering you. It ain't causing you sickness and illness and all sorts of stuff. Cause your ass is going through it. Because you don't want nobody to take you through there to take you through there. That ain't where you want to be took. Okay? You don't want to. They don't want them to take you there. Okay. So I read this quote post. Let's get into the show. If you want to understand someone's mind, listen to their words. If you want to see their heart, watch what they do. I said, dang. Something in my heart. Mm. If you want to understand someone's mind, listen to their words. Woo! If you want to see their heart, watch what they do. Wow. Okay. What habit is costing you peace? What habit of your one self is costing you some peace right now? Ask yourself. Let's talk self respect. RESPCT. Find out one thing in me. Ain't gonna have them kids be seeing them to be knowing none of the words, because I was one of them. I sure didn't know the word. All I know how to do is spell respect. I don't know what no TCB and none of that shit fuck was. What's she spelling? To spell book to book. Okay. Let's talk self-respect. Self-boundaries. When we talk about boundaries, it's typically an external thing. It's the wall that we have built up around us. When we talk boundaries, that is the first, typically the only thing that we ever fucking talk about or think about. I'm sorry. That's what we think about. We're looking at internal boundaries. So I don't even know what a wall like that. Like, if I'm good at analogies. So an external boundary for your ass to get into me, I can just build a wall around myself. But what do I do when it's inside of me, right? Excuse me. I'm so sorry. It wouldn't be a show if I didn't belch once, right? Um, Self boundaries are internal agreements. It's the way in which we honor ourselves. A self boundary says, I will not speak to myself cruelly. Same way somebody talking to you cruel, like cruel. Ain't no, don't be cruel, 'cause I will never be that cruel to you. I know, oh no. So if you ain't gonna let nobody talk to you, why the fuck are you talking cruel to yourself and allowing it? Now I don't know if the you can't sock yourself because somebody talk cruel to you, you might just give them a 1-2. You might give them a 1-2, but you can't give yourself a 1-2 because then you gonna really be committed. That's the true level of insanity. If you don't know, like I talk to myself, I can't be fucking knocking myself out. Okay, so I will not keep proving my worth. Why do we always try to prove our worth to ourselves? As if we don't already know and or think that we worth something. Or do we? I don't know. Question that one must ask themselves. But self boundaries are internal agreements. Overgiving. I will not overgive to feel loved. That is exceptionally difficult for people who have a hard time saying no. I used to be that person and now I can say no. Because you felt like if you said no and if you did it too often, that you'd lose that person. Like they're gone. Like you always talking and saying no. I asked you to take me here, you told me no. I asked you to take me there, you told me no. I asked you to give me some money, you said no. So now you feel as if that person will never talk to you again because they did all of that. And sadly, for people like myself, who've always been the person to take that person there, give that person money, because I had no way of knowing how to say no. I realized that people were only around me because I always said yes. And now that I've learned to say no, I have no one around me anymore. Ain't that crazy? That was a self boundary that I worked on in the last 2 to 3 years. And it is proving a greater level of peace, I must say, honoring myself in that way. Self boundary says, I will not destroy my future for temporary comfort. And that's one I think everybody will really have to sit with and sit with for a very long time. If not, I I do. Because when I first wrote it down, and I was like, I ain't even got the time to think about this. Because that's, and my last one, I will not ignore red flags because I'm lonely. I've never really done that. But I would not destroy my future for temporary comfort. And so with that, I think because for right now where I am, I'm on my own ass. Like, because I was gonna cancel this show tonight. As you can see, I don't got the energy. I don't got the nothing. I'm sorry. I apologize in advance. Because as I was talking about unregulated emotions, I don't know if we got into it here or on the pre-show when I go live, but yeah, Big Mama got a lot of unregulated emotions going on right now, and I don't know what the hell going on. I don't know what's going on, child. I don't know what is the going on is. But I will not destroy my future for temporary comfort. So I am on my own heels right now. I'm on my own heels. Because discipline is doing something whether you feel like it or not. And discipline is the highest form of self-love. There's no greater boundary for one to have than the discipline to do what you know you must do, you need to do, unless you have, things that will disable you from doing so. Um, there's no reason that you should not dedicate that to yourself, because what we'll get into is the fact that we give it to somebody else and say that this is your task and this is the boundary that I've set for you as it relates to me, but then I don't have that same boundary for myself as it relates to me. Like the cruelty, talking to myself crazy. People often think discipline is punishment. Discipline is love. Discipline can actually be, I love myself too much to keep sabotaging myself. Some examples, because we always want a real world, tangible something to be like, damn, I didn't think about that. Going to sleep instead of doom scrolling. So when I set a bedtime for myself and I say, you're going to do this at this time, have a nice shower by this time, maybe have your book already ready, and the water that you need to drink first thing in the morning. Next, you got your glass of water already there. You got your reading material. You got everything in line. The discipline to have had that thing, and you moved your phone, because that's discipline. Sometimes discipline looks like us treating ourselves like the children that we have. I know if that phone is in the bed with you, you will pick it up if it beeps or buzzes or any notification comes up. Therefore, it needs to be turned off and placed in another room. Maybe bring it in here with me, because I don't need you in that room with that phone that's going on. So maybe for oneself, instead of sleeping with a phone, you put it on a charger in the living room. because you don't need that. You don't. And them phones so loud, when that alarm go off and echo all through your house, you still gonna wake up, and you are. Um, or somewhere far enough to where you are not enticed to grab that phone and doom scroll. You actually turn the TV off at 8:48 and allow your body to set itself in motion, say your prayers, meditate, do your thing, your breathing exercises, something relaxing to ensure that the time that you set for yourself, you set for yourself at 9 o'clock, that shit fucking happens. That was your agreement with yourself. If you break agreement with yourself, how dare you ask someone else? Because I asked this motherfucker to call me at this time, and you know, like fuck, because you didn't even call you at that time. You didn't call you at that time. Matter of fact, you was so busy on Instagram, you didn't call yourself till 3-4 hours later. But you, how dare that motherfucker? What he doing to where he can't call me? You can't call you. Saving money instead of emotionally spending. That's another example of self-love. Saving your money. You don't need that Fashion Nova. Leaving situations that drain you. Very difficult. Very difficult. But we quick to cut somebody else off if they drain us, right? Oftentimes, you know, it's hard to explain that, so I won't even go there. But leaving situations that drain you. When you know that you are emotionally, spiritually, physically, morally bankrupt when you leave certain places, why do you keep showing up at the place? Why? 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 Like Whitley Gilbert. Why? Why would you do that? Why? Not texting the person you know disrupts your peace. Why engage with the person you know who disrupts the whole order of your life? Why? Why? Why do that? So you don't do it. Not text them. No, 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 no. We leave these situations alone. Another example is not feeding into your addictions. Chaos, gossip, and self-hate. The self-hate is probably a bigger one because a lot of people can't let go of the way in which they've been conditioned to talk to themselves. And I hate when people say, I'm my own worst critic. I think everybody is. I think anybody who ever wants to be better than they are will always be their own worst critic. But to what extent? I mean, we should not have Tyra Banks, Simon Cowell, Piers Morgan, Joe Rogan in our heads. We shouldn't. We shouldn't. And a lot of us got a whole lot meaner people up there yelling at us, telling us real bad shit. We don't need them. We need to kick them out. And no, we don't need somebody who's so fluffy and foo-foo that doesn't tell us the truth. No. But we do need to rid ourselves of the feeding of the negative to oneself. When you play in, so refraining from gossip, when you hear that, that's an example of self-love, self-discipline. I don't want to hear that shit. That's how you find peace. I don't want to hear that shit. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't want to hear about them. Ain't got nothing to do. Go call them and tell them. You feel that way? Call them and tell them. You want me to call them? I'll tell them. No, you need to tell them something. Ain't for me to tell. Now, that's what you need to do with the information that you're trying to dump over here. No, this is not a wasteland. Take that over there, my love. Take that to where it belongs, to the person who is intended. Okay. Chaos. People get involved in other people's shit that ain't even got nothing to do with them. And sometimes your own stuff can be chaotic, but self-made. Rid yourself. That's self-love. That's self-discipline. Self-love, self-discipline. Get rid of it. That's a boundary that one should set for themselves. I'm not going to get into that. The minute I hear somebody gossiping, that's a self-boundary. Like, that's what you're supposed to be doing. Those are your boundaries. Because you'd be mad if they were gossiping about you. So to not have the boundary to be like, oh hell no, I'm not going to engage in that. Because if no one engaged, guess what? There'd be no gossip. If everybody had that own self boundary that you now have tapped into for yourself and said, whoa, before I go over there, like, whoa, wait, dial it back now. Is that something I like? No, well, why would I do it? Self boundaries. Self boundaries. Self hate. If I don't want you hating me, why the fuck I'm hating me? Most everybody has boundaries for somebody else and not for themselves. Some of us will protect ourselves from toxic relationships, boyfriends, girlfriends, others, friendships, the like. But we won't. Ooh. But not from toxic habits. Protect ourselves from criticism, because don't nobody want to hear no criticism. But not from self-neglect. So you be more mad that somebody else and sell some shit about you than for you to really take care of yourself. You'll be so egotistical to demand respect, but abandon your own standards repeatedly. Oh, man stands for this, but then you don't stand for shit. Self boundaries is a real tricky slope when you, because baby, this is my mind. Okay, when I tell you, y'all gotta rewind and go to the top of the show where I said the inception story of how we got to this self boundary thing. Because again, when you think about boundaries, the first is all external. No one ever thinks about self boundaries. You think about how do you protect you from you? Ain't nobody think about that. You always think the first thing and only thing you think about is the wall that I'm building up. Y'all see my nails? TT said they look like sherbet. Fancy. Anywho, how you protect yourself is the wall in which you build to self-preserve, fortress, self-preserve, to alleviate or to have something structurally sound enough for the snares and the things that could be coming my way. Like, no. You ain't never thinking about that internal, what the hell? Who the hell? How? I'm asking these people to do this to me and I don't do that for me. I don't do that for me. Have you ever asked somebody to do something for you? Like, I don't care what the task was. It could be something so simple. Something so simple. And you just rolled the motherfucker. And this is your loved one. You rolled their ass over something that you asked them to do. And it didn't get done in the timely fashion in which you just snap it that. And it's something equivalent, if not the exact same task that you meandered on for 3, 4, 5 days, but you want them to do it in 15 minutes. You didn't accomplish the same task because there was so many of them. It was just like, shit like that. Those are boundaries because you've put up this wall for whatever reason that they need to do this or else they don't love me. They don't care about me. They don't think I'm serious. They don't da 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 da. They don't look. They don't da 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 da. But you didn't even see it that goddamn serious because you didn't handle that shit for 3 days either. We need to check ourselves. Why my show always about us checking ourselves? Oh, because these are my thoughts, my life. Because I'm always checking myself, chap. I always want to have a clear mind and head, and be of sound body, even when I have an edible or I got so much green tea in here because I don't want that much vodka. It's just a little bit because I don't want that. I don't want that much. I don't want to drink. But it's pretty good. But yeah, these are my thoughts. And it's not about humility or a false humility. It is literally about my thoughts and thinking like, damn. And then I go down a rabbit hole. And then another rabbit hole. And then we got a show. Pow. Self-boundaries create identity. Every time you honor yourself, you teach yourself, I can trust me. Every time you violate yourself, you create internal instability. That's why people can feel emotionally unsafe even when they're alone with themselves. Like you create an unstable environment within yourself to where you don't trust yourself. I always advocate for therapy. If any of this at any time ever sounds like anything that you're going through, you can hit me on the side. But I do advocate for people having a safe place to expel, express feelings, emotions that cannot be articulated. That is what therapy is for. You are never alone. Please believe you ain't never alone. Okay, 227. Yeah, never. There's no need to roam, cause there ain't no place like better. Okay, so I always got songs in my head. Help me, Jesus. Okay. Anyhow, self boundaries create identity. So every time you honor yourself, you teach yourself I can trust me. And you want to feel emotionally safe with yourself because a lot of people do not feel emotionally safe with themselves. I was talking about earlier in the show not being able to articulate because I don't even know what I'm feeling. So I got a lot of words in my vocabulary. It's just the fact that I don't know what the fuck I'm even feeling to be able to articulate what it is. There's words for it when I know what the hell it is, and I can't tap into that. But I do know that it is not in a place where I feel unsafe or any of those things. It's just the fact that maybe it's hormonally, I have no idea. I feel emotionally safe with myself. Hence why I research along with all of the therapy in which I've gotten, to better understand myself. And it's a boundary that I have for myself to constantly educate me, because me at 48 is different. Me is I got different emotions and feelings and bodies doing different stuff. So what I know from before doesn't, and what I may have learned in health class, no, it's still for me to constantly educate myself. That is a boundary for me to be educated. That is my self boundary. Constantly educate myself on what my body is going through, the challenges in which I have going on now, and the ones to come. Oh my gosh. I'm falling apart, y'all. Because that's a self boundary. Like, who want to be an idiot, you know? Especially for your own body and your own self. Don't you want to know what the heck going on? I know all the stuff I'm going on. My potassium low, child. Who, heaven help me. Heaven help me. People feel as if boundaries are punishment. And it kind of sound that way because we've always thought of them externally, where it's a wall built up and we were on the inside. So it was like, shit, it's bad for you, it's good for me. You know? So it has that, like, a synonymous cerebral denotation kind of thing of being negative, sounding kind of like punishment. But they're not walls. They're more like guidance systems where they help you navigate where you want your fucking ball to go. My ball going right? No, I'm not doing it. No, that don't honor me. No, you want me to do? Ooh, red flags. No. Yeah. Nah. Like, it's just. I'm not hitting walls back and bang, bang, bang. Like, no, I'm gonna ride the course. I did that early on, and now I got my wheels. I'm using the tools that's in my set, and now I'm knowing and learning and growing. And Big Mama is helping us think about some shit, because we're gonna talk about the reframe. Remember, we gotta do the reframe. I'm reframing right now, so I'm my own beta test subject. I told y'all we are digging out uprooting all the negative and reprogramming a whole human with positivity and this and that and all the likes and the shits and shits. Okay. That's what he's got going on here, okay? Uh, Healthy self create peace, clarity, confidence, emotional safety, self trust, stability. But peace is internal, and talking about these boundaries are in fucking peace is internal. It's what we hear. Remember the organ thing? Like, inside our body, all this external shit is happening around us that we can't control. But we don't want that to seep down inside of us internally, because we have enough boundaries internally set to alleviate a lot of what just weighs us down, drains us, because we ain't texting the drainer. We ain't going to go hang out with drainer. We ain't just feeling like we got to say yes to be around people who draining us. Because when you think about it, I said no to not giving you a ride, no to not giving you a ride, no to not giving you money, no to not doing this for you. At what point am I supposed to sit there and be like, damn, the more I said no, I'm like, damn, the only time that motherfucker call me is when they want some shit. And I say yes every fucking time. Hello? You can be rich and miserable, desired and lonely, married and emotionally abandoned. Wait. Boundaries. I'm here. You went to go see it, Starla? My niece is online. She said she's late, but she just went to go see the Michael Jackson. She's come from seeing the Michael Jackson movie. Now she's in Minnesota. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 40. It is 10:40 where you are. I hope you enjoyed it. Go watch last week's episode early on, because I know you came on. I think you came on later, Starla. But go watch, because I did a recap, a short synopsis. No, somebody asked me, oh, it's only 9:40. I thought you were 3 hours ahead of me. Oh, you probably up and okay. Child. She ain't nobody got time for that. Yeah. Well, girl, go on and watch it. Cause we ended the show, but you can watch it. You know you can go back and rewatch it. But we were talking about boundaries, self boundaries. So go on and go through it. And our ways in which we find create self boundaries within and what it looks like. Thank you, my love. Yes, it is. It's eye opening. It was definitely an eye opening thought that led me to the show, and understanding that we be talking about boundaries a lot, and we got a hell of a lot of boundaries that we be cutting people off and telling people, cutting them off, telling them off, going off, like just all these things for other people. And then if you were to flip the switch and ask yourself if you hold yourself up to that same standard of what you asked of that person, do you hold the do you do it? Do you do? And then I realized the answer to, like, it was like I gave myself my own questionnaire, and I was like, no, no, but no, but no, but no, but yes, yes, yes. No. I go, oh shit. I got boundaries for everybody else except my motherfucking self. I done told everybody what the fuck they can and can't do to me. But I do those things to me. That's fucked up. That's crazy. 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 Like, this is some funny shit. Okay, this is back in the day. And this is so funny because I don't know why this just popped up into my head about boundaries. And even though it was what one wanted to be the boundary, a girlfriend of mine I used to work with back in the day, her and her boyfriend moved in together. But before they did, he would take her car, pick her up, or some kind of way. He dropped her off at work, and he took her car during the day and came and picked her up and leave or whatever, like baby boy. And she would be like, I'm gonna dump him if he make me late for work, because she was always late for work. Baby boy, Jody. She He used to get her to work, like, maybe, I think we really didn't have a grace period, but you didn't really get whatever. So let's just say we have 15-minute grace period. He get her there, like, where she slide her Chronos car at some 11. So this is like 8 o'clock is like 8:11. When he don't have her car, she gets her like 8:22. But she gonna dump him because she because he make her late and he using her car. And I don't know what made me just think of the stupid shit, but that was so funny because I'm like, girl, when he with you, you getting here earlier than you ever got here. Albeit late, but when you just by yourself and you drive, baby, you're real late. You're after the grace. You ain't got nothing else to give. You're late. You know, like you're gonna lose your job when you bring yourself. When he bring you, you keep your job. But hey, that's your boundary. You done broke up with him like 13 times on that shit. That kind of shit, right? Hey, ain't that some funny shit? Because to me, that is so funny. I don't know why the hell that popped up in my head. But I remember because he had come pull up and drop. And maybe that's half the reason why she added them extra minutes. Because having to park her car, do all of this, and run in, it's probably the exact same time. It's just the time that when you come by yourself, it takes you longer because you got to get out of the car, run, pick up shit, go do some other shit. Like, nigga, you got a boundary for him and how he going to lose you over you being late equally the same. But you don't see it. Ooh, accountability. That's every time about women don't want accountability, but it goes both ways. It's just the funny shit is it was a woman that was funny. And I'm like, and I used to think that I'm like, you always earlier when he dropped you off there, but I was like, whatever. I don't know. But you broke up with him. Anyhow, my on purpose, I got something for y'all. Okay? My on purpose today is shook it again. Okay. It's in line a little bit with what we got going on. You can't avoid being misunderstood, but when you understand yourself better, you'll be less concerned with other people's assumptions. Take time to learn more about who you really are. Listen to yourself. Understand your triggers. Accept your weaknesses. Leverage your strengths. Interrogate your limiting beliefs. Make peace with your true self. My low of the week was, Lord have mercy, this unregulated emotional torture I got going on. I don't know what's going on with your big mama. I don't know what's going on with her. She's just crying and what the fuck, bitch? What? What's wrong? Why is you doing that? I don't know. And I'm happy. But it's not happy tears. It's weirdo tears. That's what it is. Weirdo tears. Like, you want to fight? Or how you want to do this? I don't know what you want to do, girl. You're like, I don't know what I want to do either. I'm like, well, shut the fuck we crying for? What is happening? I don't know. We going we got to ask the doctor. I gotta go see the doctor because some hormonally is way off. Okay, because I feel a little. Well, I love the Joker. I love the Joker. Weird, you for real. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. So that's it for us tonight, guys. My low is my back is toe up. I don't know. It just won't work no more. It's gone. It's gone. The back is gone away. It's gone. But my high was picking up Sterling and Michael. Us all being together, spending time under the same roof and having family day, and the food was good. As I told y'all, it was so nostalgic. My best friend was there, and I know Starla. When is Dominique? She was coming out here. Spending time with my best friend, my family, my girl Kay and Kira, and some closing. I have a couple closing affirmations for us. I honor myself with discipline. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna text you when I'm done, Starla. I'll call you. Well, no, I'll text you because it's late for you. I honor myself with discipline and grace. I trust myself to protect my peace. I deserve consistency. Okay, I got you, Starla. I deserve consistency from myself too. I deserve consistency for myself too. I deserve consistency from myself too. I can love myself enough to change. The girl over here metamorphosizing, okay? She turning into a butterfly. I'm in my in my chrysalis. I'm in my chrysalis right now. I'm over here rolling myself up in some fine silky yarn that I done created. I'm a butt, I guess. As a worm. I don't know if that's technically where it comes from, but I'm gonna surmise it might. I choose alignment over temporary comfort. And as you guys all know, my favorite, you deserve to live in peace, not pieces. I love you. I thank you guys all for coming and sharing this time with me. I know we went long, but we got to learn how to love ourselves better because, oh, if so many people just saw a reflection of themselves, I don't think half of what is happening would be happening. But neither here nor there. I love y'all. You ain't got to go home, but you know the deal. You got to get the heck up off my line. So good night. Nighty night. Call you, Starla.